Good evening, family. Today is the day that the Most High has made. I will rejoice. We will rejoice and be glad in it. How's everyone doing today? Let me get myself situated because it might be just a lengthy video. Um, the Holy Spirit dealt with me on why I call the queens and the kings. I call you guys that because that is who you truly are. Even though our behavior have been as peasants, and pirates in our acts, but I call you guys who you are, whether you know it or not. You know, it's just like with gay individuals. You're a man still. You're a woman still. There's no in between. How you choose to live your life, that's on you. But I have to call it as I see it, kings and queens. I know our actions don't represent the kings that we are, the queens that we are. We who we are has been misplaced, but that still should make you act any different. So, how I address my grandchildren, kings and queens, you're that from the beginning. Now, how you choose to live your life is up to you. You can live it according to being a king and a queen, or you can live it as a thief, robber, murderer, a gay individual, a scammer, anything outside of that. That's up to you how you live that. I'm sweating, so never mind that. I always pay attention to the message, not the messenger. We tend to get caught up in the looks of something, but not pay attention to what the spirit is saying. Okay, in that, young women and men, if your God-given talents or the profession or the job that you are working in don't give you the desires that you think you need to do something about it. Do not go out there and scam and do these murderous things, robbing things, all the things that's not according to your working ability, your gifts and your talents, because it does reap a harvest. Whether it's good or bad, it's going to reap a harvest. Stop trying to live beyond your means because you have to reap what you sow. See, you go out there and you do all these activities. When it catch up with you, you want to be crying and all that. Listen. I'm telling you. Let's talk about me right now. Let me give you something. I used to shoplift. I wrote bad checks. I did fraudulent things. But when you come to the wisdom of overstanding your actions, because see, I did some stuff, but I had to reap. I had to pay all that back. I went to court. I was on probation. Things had happened to me to where I said, okay, I don't want to be away from my children. Okay, this lifestyle ain't for me. Hold on a second. Let me get a paper towel. Let me make it quick. Let Let me turn this air up because the lights got it a little warm in here. So I said, Tasha, you don't want to be away from your kids. And you don't want to keep going through these type of situations. So you need to change your behaviors and how you think. So that's what made me be like, okay, yeah. I need to find something that's fitting for me that will accommodate my lifestyle in righteousness. So I'm being transparent. I prayed. I always had a relationship with the Most High. I prayed. And I, he gave me a job that was PRN, Dixon and Dively Orthopedic Clinic. I worked this job. I worked this job to the best of my ability. I went beyond and over, and I kept praying. They, oh, they kind of talk bad to me. They kind of, and my pride rose up a little. Like they don't know who I am. Like they don't know. You know, I mean, when they needed me, if somebody else wanted the hours, they'd take hours from me. I'm talking about I'm getting a check. In 2 weeks, I had 4 hours. I said, oh, Most High. But I was faithful. I kept it. I still went above and beyond at this position. I mean, and they started picking on me. And I'm like, okay, Most High. All right, I trust you. I cried sometimes, this and that. I'm like, I don't know how these bills is going to get paid. See, this is when I stepped away from my criminal activities and shoplifting, and that check writing thing really wasn't for me. So I did it. So when I stepped away, like, no, this ain't, I need to be here for my kids. I have to make sure that they okay. So in that, I still work this job. They picking on me. I'm crying out to the Most High, but it's not going to change me coming in ahead of time, fixing the coffee, doing above and beyond. I was a X-ray tech. I developed the film. So I'm liking the job. I'm doing it. I'm doing, all that I can. And I'm like, Most High, I can't pay my bills. I thank you. I'm still working this job. I got 4 hours on this check. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, and by His grace and His mercy, I promise you, I no utility got cut off. Nothing got cut off. It was so amazing to me, to where I really only could afford the gas to go back and forth to work. And I'm thinking to myself, I said, okay. But in front of my children, I never broke a sweat. I never broke a sweat. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, Most High, I don't know what to do. But it wasn't for me to do anything. It was for me to trust Him. So I'm working this job, and they calling me, So now, in the midst of this, I'm starting to get a taste for the dislike of the whole company, because I'm seeing some racial stuff going on. It was only me and another black girl that worked in this office. So we used to go eat at lunch together, and and then they start acting funny with me and her eating together. They changed up her doctor so we couldn't eat together. So, you know, she was my peace. She was my outlet. We was going through the same thing. We was helping each other carry the burdens. So, you know, they broke that up. So I'm getting a dislike for the company. I don't know. Most High want me. I guess Dixon and Dively. Most High is telling you about your whatever y'all have going on with the racial thing. So I'm working. I'm working. I'm getting a dislike for it. I'm praying. I'm pleading. I'm thanking him for him providing a home. The kids not missing a beat. They not seeing no nothing. I mean, stuff was looking regular to them. You know, it did. It amazed me. But me, I'm trusting him. I'm keeping a servant spirit, a cheerful servant spirit. I didn't let what reflected this job come home to me and my children. It ain't coming home with me. I'll leave it right at that job. So it got to a point I'm like, Most High, I ain't gonna be able. I'm you gotta help me because I don't think I'm gonna be able to take this anymore. I went to work on a Wednesday, and these people from an office downstairs, imaging center, asked me that I want this position. See, I previously worked with a guy who had this position. I worked with him. I helped him store and deliver their X-rays to different office. So let me show you how the Most High worked. I worked with him to becoming the whole contractor of the contract. See, when you have a servant's heart, a cheerful, faithful servant heart, and you trusting in him to do whatever he's gonna do, it gives him room to work a miracle. So I had a contract that was paying so excellent. I'm talking about my first paycheck was 3 days, and it caught me up on everything. That's how the Most High worked. He said, "Keep me first." And I didn't. I was making such good money. Hey, I was doing the darn thing. I was making good money. I'm like, okay, you know, in the beginning, yeah, I was. I'm not gonna say that I left him, but it wasn't like how it was when I was being oppressed. See, it's a difference. You get comfortable. You talk to them when you need them or whatever, or however it was. I didn't need him that much because he was blessing me so much, but I should have still kept the same posture of praying and speaking with him and thanking him and giving him the glory as I was when I was being oppressed. But I didn't. And he gave me time. He gave me, what was it, 6 years? He gave me time to come back. And every time something, you know, I needed something, I rub on them like a genie. That's when I pray and everything. And he blessed me. And then I need something else, or it was just like some extra stuff on top of, he was still blessing me because I was faithful during my oppressed season. So I had blessings stored up. They were still coming on top of me being in the blessed position. But my posture was different. My time of fellowship got different. Okay. So I wanted to just give you a little background on some things about my life. Just, so you won't think, oh, she talking about that, she don't know this and that, but it's leading up to something. Because at that same time, I met a man. I ain't need him for nothing or nothing like that. I got out of a horrible relationship. To me, it was horrible. I knew I was supposed to be there, stay longer than I was supposed to for what they to show face. I hated it. I'm gonna be honest, hated it. So I met a man. Afterwards, after I didn't heal all the way, but I was healing. I'm like, I don't want a relationship really for real. Somebody just to have fun with, laugh, hee hee ha ha, go out. Whenever I just want to be in a male companionship, it would be cool. So I met my cousin's friend, a married man, thinking, this works out. It ain't, I ain't really attracted to him for real. He cool, I like him. His swag is nice, Like I'm like, she ain't gotta worry about me, sleeping with him because I ain't, I'm good. I just, the companionship. But see, sometimes you can get involved in something and go stay longer than you supposed to stay. So now I'm getting to know him. I mean, I ain't never had a gentleman. Like, eh, I I don't fill up my car. He opened my door. Like things that I was supposed to be experiencing as a queen that I was from the beginning. When I got it, I thought, whoa, oh, this is it. This is my true love. He's supposed to be with me, this and this and this and this. He got the wrong one. He married her young. All this weird stuff. But I was still learning lessons. You know, the Most High, you're still learning lessons. Because I knew that wasn't for me. I used to have a dislike for women who deal with married men that was so strong. Called them insecure. Talking about me. See, I didn't know the levels of insecurity. So he's doing all these things, I'm talking about paying bills, all this different stuff, but he had to. I wasn't even thinking like this. Like, first of all, you're not gonna deal with me and you. I ain't saying that I'm a gold digger, but I ain't messing with a broke nigga. And I hate to use that word, but I just needed to do that song because it was fitting. So, and then you married too. Oh, yeah, you gotta, hey, everything. So I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. All my work money is mine. He doing his part. This is, but in the midst of it, his character. Let me take that back. I don't even know if it was his character. I think some of it was, but a lot of it, you have to do that when you're married. To keep this person on your side, to keep her in line, to keep her in check. You thinking they doing something wonderful because they paying bills, they doing this. They married. What are we saying here? All right. So, he's into some things in the streets that I ain't into. But that don't got nothing to do with me because I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm handling my business or whatever. I'm not, he had properties and all. Listen, I ain't in that man business. I'm out of order for even dealing with this man, to be honest. So I'm not asking all these questions, but I ain't being a part of it. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not. But in the meantime, I had a sister who was struggling with drug addiction. So in my heart, me and him had an issue. Because the thing you do is like supplying my sister. To me, that's how I thought about it. I'm being honest. So, you know, he doing his thing. I'm working, I'm doing my thing. We meet up together to do us and then it's dispersed. Everything else you do, I'm doing me. But the conflict in my heart about my sister. See, I love my sister to death. And I knew how to separate the addiction from who she truly is. I knew that addiction is powerful if it got millions of millions and millions of people on the same road. I didn't feel no kind of way about my sister. I loved her like she never even had done any of these things. I knew how to separate the actions from her. But I had a problem with him because it was like you're feeding my sister. So, the feds get involved and they get him and get me. I served 8.5 years for not, I wasn't involved in nothing. I didn't, I wasn't involved in nothing. I was involved with him, but not the acts of him. Okay. So now it's coming to the part of I had to do a little background. Kings and queens. Stop looking at all this stuff. Y'all looking at these people on social media with these cars, these necklaces, going on these trips, Balenciagas, all the different things that if your job or a business that you can't, or a legitimate side hustle out of your gift and talent can't afford you, do not do nothing illegal to get it. Please. It's not worth it. At the end, it is not worth it. It's not worth your time. You giving them your time is not worth your time. Stop looking at social media. Trying to do anything to get a Bentley, Range Rover, Benz, whatever. Hey, you can get them things in a legitimate way. You just got to set out a plan to do it, to accomplish it. Young queens, Y'all too caught up in the $400 weaves, $1,500 skin peels, all the different, your body getting done. Listen, I got my body done, not by illegal means. Listen, if you get it the right way, you'll value it enough to work out. When you get it and you scamming and the money come quick, you don't work out. Soon as something else happen, you get another tuck, nip, lipo here, this and that to get it back right. Do not do these things. It's not worth your time. Your time is more valuable. Kings, don't play that game with this street stuff. It's a game, and they using you to sell a product for free. Because soon as you do whatever you do or sell a product or whatever, and you accumulate enough, they come in and snatch everything. Like, oh, that's mine. And then on top of that, they incarcerate you and still get money back. Then when you get out of there, you owe restitution. Still getting money back. Y'all too caught up in these fake lives these people are living. Them bows on them Ferraris and things for people' birthday, these big old birthday parties and all this different stuff. Hey, I'm not telling. I'm telling you, don't get caught up in the game. It's a game. Now, if you got a legitimate job and everything like that, and you spend your money at however you please, I'm not talking to you. But please don't do all this stuff for the people. Don't do this for social media. Don't do this for the gram. Don't do it for people to see. At the end of the day, you the one gonna be paying because they gonna see the fall of it too. They gonna see you going to jail and all this. You counting big money on there. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Long as it's legit, hey, be bossy. I'm talking about go hard. But to get caught up in these scams and everything that you think is nothing's bossy about that. You're more like a slave because you're gonna have it for a little while. Then they take everything back. I mean, they get petty. They taking shoes, they taking everything. The house, the cars, they taking everything. All the jewelry, everything. When you go in there, they're gonna reduce you to having 5 pair of panties, what, 4 bras, 3 bras, 5 pair of socks. That big wardrobe with all them name brand, all the Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Versace, Chanel. Now they got some people in there that'll paint these symbols on your stuff if you want it, or embroidery, however you want it like that. But it ain't the same. Everybody in there talking about the stories of what they had. They got pictures and everything. I rather have my freedom than have these pictures of these things that I once had. And let me tell you about me. When I got to prison, I had everything. Everything. Because I didn't have no parts in that thing and they knew it. They ain't take nothing from me. I got my old purses and shoes. I got that from the blessing from when the Most High. When I told you He blessed me with that job, He blessed me. I bought my Louis Vuitton luggage. I bought my Gucci purse, Gucci boots. I mean, yeah. Come on, I bought my stuff. My credit fire on point. Had common sense. Even when I came home, my credit was still fire. I paid everything off before I went. But I'm telling you, it's not worth it for these people. For a like. I'm seeing y'all lose yourself in this different stuff. Y'all losing y'all life going to get y'all bodies done. If you go to a doctor, go to the doctor in the States for one. Please look up your doctor. Be educated about it. Do so, come on, please. Health is wealth. Long as you here on this earth, I gotta charge the phone. Long as you here on this earth, you can afford to get any of that stuff. And stop wanting to be a down chick. Don't always want to be down. Don't stand for something. Don't fall for anything. If your dude telling you you can make money, you can get 10 bands doing this, no, that don't even sound right. I don't want nothing that come that easy. I'm not that type of person. I'm not an easy person, period. I don't want nothing that come that easy. It come that easy, something wrong with it. If I didn't win the lottery, I don't want it. And then you need to walk away from him because he's willing to put you in a situation that can cause you harm. I'm even talking about if he get in, y'all out somewhere and he get into with somebody, hey, it's not that serious. It's not with me, with you. Now, you be tough guy on your own time, but not with me, with you. I don't even ride in Ubers, but I promise, I'll call one quick before I get in that car with you. Because you on a suicide mission. And it ain't nothing serious, just you just being on a tough guy time, not tough guy time with me. Nah, I'm not going, you can be it on your own time, I'm going to walk away. I know how to walk away. And when I walk away, don't call me tomorrow because you put me in harm's way. We done. We done. This crazy stuff that you queens are putting yourself involved in is so out of character for a queen, but it's downright scandalous. Y'all scams is going too far. When it comes to hurting, robbing, all the weird stuff that y'all into, it's going too far. Now I come out here, I'm trying to help you. I promise I want the best for everybody. I want people to make wise decisions. You don't have to listen, but I want this word to come across you so at any point in time, maybe you'll think about it. Maybe when you see him arguing with somebody in the club, you will go in that restroom and call your friend and say, come and pick me up. because I'm not getting in that car with him. If I can save your life, vice versa, guys. Hey, y'all pride. Y'all need to check that pride. Just because you are strapped when you go somewhere, don't mean that you go win the draw. Don't be so ready to be. It's whatever with me. Please. This it's a lot going on in this earth with all this crazy, scandalous stuff, crazy. Call my brother on you. People get hurt. Crazy. It's so much weird stuff. Robbing, killing the friend for the money, setting people up, saying I got this. Do you want to buy? As soon as they come, you rob them, kill. It's not that serious. Y'all, it ain't even serious. It only gets serious. This is when y'all think it gets serious. When y'all in jail. That's the wrong time to think it's past serious. The thought was serious. You should have checked that thought. Because everything that come behind that is serious. Listen, it's ways to make money that's legit. It's so many ways to make it. It's how hard you go for your hustle. And the hustle ain't nothing but you putting in work. I wanna tell you these things because it's people that's telling you, but people probably don't. I don't know why they won't receive it from certain people. You probably won't receive it from me, but maybe somebody will, and vice versa on the other people. You might not get it from me. Maybe you'll get it from the other people, but let our voices be heard. We can't stay silent anymore. We want to educate you on, and I'm speaking from me. I'm talking about me.